Have you ever gotten your drone stuck in a tree? I know you have. Have you ever got it stuck on the roof? You're guilty. So you go down to Lowe's or Home Depot or your favorite hardware store and get yourself a Mr. Longarm. This has 3 extensions, the main, the middle, and the upper section. I think it goes to like 20, what's it say here? 23 feet, 8 feet to 23 feet. And we got ourselves some cable, and this is what we're going to use to make the snare at the top. And these are like $2 and they screw on the top. I'm going to pull this out, and then I'm going to get this eye bolt and thread it in, run the snare loop through, and with some these are like $1.50 with some cable ties, tie it all together, and then this will be the rope we'll use to actuate the snare. And then this thing, I'm going to this was like $3, and it's just another painter's handle, and I think I'm going to rebend this into like a hook. So if you want to like hook your drone, or I'm just going to make some sort of other tool, and I'm going to show you guys how to make the DERP, the drone extraction and retrieval pole. Huh? Yeah, it's going to be cool. Never mind this mess. I build stuff, so there's just stuff everywhere. Step 1, we got to get this hook-em-a-bobber out of this painter's handle, and we're going to use this crescent wrench and this vise. It's not in there very hard, so you probably don't really need a vise, but that's how I'm going to do it. We'll just take the crescent wrench and just get it on there, and then break the plastic loose. See, it wasn't on there very hard. And then there we go. Now we're just gonna get rid of this because we don't need it. And let me go grab the eye bolt, and we'll thread the eye bolt into this, and that's what the snare is gonna go through. So here's the eye bolt, and it's gonna go into the handle. And this is a 1 1/4 by 3 3/4. This was a couple bucks. So it should, considering this, the part I pulled out was just smooth. So I'm just going to take this and just going to thread it in. And this is going to go on the end of the DERP, and this is going to be the part that the cable goes through. So stick it in the vise. Again, you don't really need a vise. Just makes it easier. And then this is the piece we pulled out. Stick it in here like this. Just, there we go. Thread her down in there. And this is going to go on the end of the pole. Right here. Alright, now we got to make the cable. So I got the cable ties here. And I'm going to have to take, this is that vinyl coated cable. I think this is 3/16. And the clamp kits were for 1/8 inch. So it seems like it's going to work, but once I strip this vinyl off of here, I don't know how hard it is to get off. Oh, pretty easy. So I'm thinking, take a little more off here. I'm going to loop this through. So stick it through the cable tie, through. I'm going to need a little bit more. This is just wire strippers. Harbor Freight, nothing special, cheap. Cable tie. Through here once again. All right. This is going to be the one end that's going to hold part of the loop. So now I'm just going to, this is probably what you're going to need a vise for, but I'm going to crimp it with the vise. So hopefully it's good enough to hold it. So now we've got one end crimped on, and this end is going to go through, and that's going to be our snare. So I went and got some other nylon cord, and I'm gonna basically do the same loop. I'm gonna hook this cord to it, and that's what we're gonna pull on the DERP to lock the snare. And so I'm gonna do that right now. So now, make sure you're through the loop here. Don't forget to do that. And I'm gonna make another loop. Vice. Money well spent, I'm telling you. Totally worth it. And there's the other end. So, there you have it. There's the snare. So this is the end of the pole, and this is the snare. And what's cool is we don't have to do any weird fabrication here. We'll just use the handle from this painter's roller handle, and that's all there is to it. Just screw this on, and there's the snare. Now we'll see if it works. Some cord.